train non-stop. Some are witty, some are punny. You might groan, but hey, well, I thought it was funny. So sit back, come, let's seize the day. Release coffee chat, you're a laugh away.
Good morning, folks. The time is 7:56 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 6th of August, 2025. And of course, you know it's the 7th for my friends on the other side of the planet, my friends all over Australia. But let's say hello particularly to those folks in Victoria. We got a Victoria here in Canada too. But also, I want to say hi to everybody around the world. We always say hello to my friends in Melbourne. Why? We've got more people in Melbourne than any other city in the world. That's right. Australia is number 3 for the most members from any country, but you take up the top 5 places in the top 10. I believe it's top 5. Maybe it's 4 of the top 5. But either way, you folks just fill up the top 10 with your cities, and it makes me so happy to see that. And Melbourne is number 1. We've got almost 7,000 people just in Melbourne alone, and that is incredible. I would love to come down there and visit some of you folks, but I think you know what the group is, but you don't know who I am, so that would be a waste of time, right? Still, I'd love to get down there. I would love to meet up with a few members of the group if that was even a possibility. But still, thank you so very much, Australia. Thank you so very much, Melbourne. Thank you to everybody around the world for making our group just freaking amazing. And if you're wondering who I am, my name's Lee. I'm the guy who started the groups, let's call it groups, because I've got 2 of them going with the same name. And I started them way back in April 2024. It's not really that long ago. And along the way, I seemed to pick up a bunch of folks like you. And speaking of you, you're amazing. How do I know you're amazing? Well, these groups were just okay. You showed up, they became amazing. Therefore, I'm pretty sure you're the amazing part of that math problem. You brought the amazing, we're amazing now. That's pretty easy math, my friends, which is good, because I'm not good at math. Thanks for making these groups incredible. And I know I go over that every morning, and maybe I should change that up, but that's one part that I love to say. You know what else I love to say? You know, we've got about 835,000 members between our 2 groups. Our one community, we'll call it a community. That's a lot of people, isn't it? That's more people than a lot of cities have population. So here's something else I say all the time, and if you know what it is, say it with me. We are the funniest city on the internet, population us. Funny people, funny place, and we make people laugh. That's the whole point of it, folks, and you're incredible. Just making people laugh like that. This group was nothing. This group is something now. Thank you. So what is happening in your days today, my friends? What's going on? What's happening in your week? How's your week been so far? It is Wednesday. It's hump day.
Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-woo!
Sorry, that's stupid. Tell you what, I'll start off. Why don't I start off here? I went to go see a movie yesterday. I went to go see a really funny movie with a good friend of mine, Mitch Laird, who's also one of our mods on these groups. We went to go see the new Naked Gun movie. It's not a remake. It's a new Naked Gun movie, but it's not a remake of the original. Sort of a continuation, starring Leslie Nielsen as Frank Drebin's son, Frank Drebin. Pamela Anderson's fantastic in it. I really enjoy the original movie, and I'm not huge on remakes, so I was happy to know that this wasn't a remake. I still wasn't sure if I was going to find it that funny. I laughed so much during this movie. It really was fun. It's got a different feeling from the original movie, but it's not the original movie, and I think they did a great job honoring the original. Yeah, it's not perfect or anything like that, but hey, it's a comedy movie. I laughed from beginning to end. I laughed at the opening credits, and I laughed at the closing credits, and I laughed all through the middle. Boy, did that feel good. And I was wrecked yesterday. Not like a drunk or anything like that. I slept like only 3 hours the night before, and I didn't think I was going to go to the movie. I'm so glad that I made myself go. Oh my gosh, it was good. So I'm going to suggest that to you. If If you like those goofy, funny movies, you know the kind of movies, just crazy, funny movies. And if you like the original Naked Gun, don't go. I'm not going to say go to the movie thinking it's going to be the original movie. It's not at all. But at the same time, you want a good laugh, get your butt into the theater seats and watch this. And I don't go to the movies very often either, just because I hate when people pull their phones out. Nobody had their phones out during the movie that I could tell at all, which made me very happy. Everybody was just watching the movie, and people were laughing. I may have been laughing louder than a lot of other people, but I got a loud voice. But yeah, it was great. I suggest it. Definitely suggest if you want to see something funny, and you don't mind that kind of dumb funny. And dumb funny, and I'm going to use air quotes on that, because dumb funny is hard to write and actually be funny, and they've done it. They've really done it. And I love the chemistry between Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson's character. I think it's great, and I love the fact that they actually seem to have been smitten with each other and actually dating in real life. I think those are two people I'd love to see have, I like to see them be happy, especially after making me so happy yesterday, laughing so much. So yes, I am definitely going to suggest the new Naked Gun movie, folks, because, well, I spent an hour and a half laughing straight through. And that's tough to do with a movie. So yep, that's what I did yesterday. I went to go see a great movie. And then of course we had a bunch of rain in the evening, and I like rain, but it's to be a bit. We're not a coastal city, but it's starting to seem like we're a coastal city. Like, what is this, Seattle? Okay, it's not that bad. Well, don't get me wrong, Seattle's a beautiful city. I just meant the rain. So yeah, so a bunch of rain today. What are my plans today? Well, of course, we're doing the video. I've got some laundry to do. I have some running around to do, a little bit of grocery shopping. Wendy is going out for dinner with the ladies. So I'm on my own for dinner. I'm not sure what's going on yet, but I kind of like days like that sometimes. Maybe we'll have some sun. We got some sun right now. It looks like a nice day. Hopefully it stays like that, although we are supposed to get a little bit of rain later on. It is supposed to dry up in the next couple of days, which is going to be nice. It's weird for Calgary. We are considered one of the drier cities in Canada, and one of the drier cities in North America that's not actually in a desert. I have to put that caveat out there, because we're not actually a desert. So I'm not going to compare us to, say, Arizona or places like that, or cities in Nevada. Yeah, no real plans today, at least not that I can think of right now. Maybe I'm forgetting something. I actually had a good sleep last night, which has been weird. I've been sleeping so horribly. So I do feel a little energized, but I just don't have any plans. So I want to hear about your days. I really do. I want to hear about events in your life. I want to hear about your pets. I want to hear about your hobbies. I'd love to hear a little bit about you. I want to make this group. I want to take the funniest group on the internet, and I also want to make it the friendliest group on the internet. And we're working hard at that. We really are. And I think part of that would be making a connection with a few people. So I want to hear about you. I want you to leave a comment on today's video, or if you want to email me at admin@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. That's admin, ADMIN. And wellithoughitwasfunny.com, all one word, except for the .com. I want to hear about your life. I want to hear about you. You're an exciting person, and I want to talk about your exciting life tomorrow or the next day. Okay, maybe not tomorrow, but the next day, the 2 days after that. I'd love to hear about you folks. My buddy Dave sounds like he had a great time a little while ago. He and the wife attended what is known as National Day Out. I believe it's called National Day Out. Let me get that right here. Yeah, National Night Out, sorry. And that was at Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. A very historic city or town. I believe it's a city, Lewisburg. Really historic. It was founded in 1785 by Ludwig Durr and initially called Durston, or Durstown. I am just reading that, but I have heard of Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. It's a place with a long, long history, and I am a history buff. I really am. I believe there's a canal, Pennsylvania Canal went through there. I don't know if that's still active at all. I have no idea. That was a long time ago. That was like 1840 or something like that. Underground Railroad, that's another thing that's known for. The Underground Railroad, which shuttled slaves from the south to the north. Was a very important part of the Underground Railroad, and a lot of those slaves ended up in Canada. One of the reasons why I know about that, they got a big university there. I think it's Bucknell University. But anyways, that's just me going off a little bit about Lewisburg. Sorry, I did read the bit about Ludwig Durr. I had heard that, but I forgot, so I was reading that. It's not something I kept in my brain. But Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, mostly because of the Underground Railroad, actually, and we heard about that in elementary school. And I didn't just learn about that on my own. One of the reasons why Canada, we hear about the Underground Railroad is, it's an important piece of history, but it's also an important piece of Canadian history, because we did take a lot of slaves from the South and from the States. I'm not saying that we were fantastic people either, but we didn't have institutionalized slavery. We weren't perfect either. But anyways, Lewisburg, Pennsylvania is a very interesting place. But at this event, a national night out. Sorry, I got myself off on a tangent there. National night out. There was some great music. The Lucky Afternoon Band, who Dave, I believe, is friends with these guys. Sounds like they played a great set. But one of the songs that they played, and this is a song that Dave posted to his Facebook page, caught my ear because I'm a huge fan of it. It was "You Got Me Rockin'" by the Rolling Stones. This is from the Voodoo Lounge album. An album that a lot of people are not fans of, if they even know about it. I think it's a great album with some great cuts. Maybe not the Rolling Stones' greatest album, but I think it stands up next to most bands' albums. And it had a great song on there that was a little bit of a hit. Well, I don't even know if it was a hit. It was their single off that. And it was One Hit to the Body. And I love that song too. But I thought the entire album was a great listen. I'm probably one of 10 people around the world that love the album. But apparently somebody in the Lucky Afternoon Band liked it too, because I commented on it, because they were playing it. I thought it sounded great. They commented on my comment saying that it used to be a regular part of their set. It kind of been dropped for a while, but they were playing it for some friends that were in the audience there, and I think it's fantastic. I got a chance to hear them play a song that you don't hear a lot of bands play. I don't even think the Rolling Stones play it live, probably. But I thought it sounded great. They said Dave, not Dave Knapp, who actually shared that video, but Dave, the leader of the band, or the one that responded to me in a message, said that they haven't played it for a while and they're a little rusty. I think they sounded great. I really do. It's tough to get a really good recording of a sound when you're out there on a live event like that. And I think they sound good. They sound reasonably tight, and it sounds like they're having fun playing it. And once again, I love the song, and it's one that you really don't hear very often played live by bands, even the Rolling Stones probably. So great stuff, Dave, both Daves. Dave Knapp, thank you for sharing that to your Facebook page. Thank you for allowing me to share it to our group, to the video. And also, Dave, if you can say thank you to the other Dave and tell him I've heard a few of their songs. I'd love to see them live sometime, just not really practical, and it's going to be a few years before I travel to the States for reasons. I'm not going to get into politics, but it's got nothing to do with any of you folks, any of you members in the States and that, so I don't want to think that I'm picking on anyone. I'm not. There's just stuff going on. But I would love to actually see them. They sound like they'd be a fun band to play, and those look like great events. I love events like that, out in the field with people, food probably. I haven't attended anything like that for a long time. So, Dave, thanks for sharing. Dave's, plural, thanks for sharing. And Rose Glad shared with us, she shared on the last video that she had just finished a pair of socks, and oh my gosh, they are amazing. Edgar Allen Poe, the Raven theme. Unbelievable. I mean, in a good way. Jeez, those look fantastic. Rose, I'm going to bring those up right now. They're going to be in front of my face, because, once again, these are better looking than I am. Wow. Rose, keep it up. That's incredible. I love the colors, red and black. Hey, that's perfect. The Raven looks great. I can read Nevermore on there, so I know what's going on, and I am a reasonably well-read human being. I've read everything by Edgar Allan Poe, and I love the Raven. Quoth the Raven, nevermore. Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing that, Rose. And Rose, let's see, she was doing laundry the bedding, which of course meant making the beds. So that's always not fun, right? She finished the socks, as she said. Those are for her daughter-in-law's birthday, and she's got a new book of patterns that she wants to start. Looking forward to seeing seeing the stuff from that book. Rose, incredible. Love it. Love it. Love it. I really do. Folks, if you've got a talent or if you've got something you want to share, I want to hear about your life, my friends. I'd like to hear about your hobbies. I'd love to hear about your pets, your work if you want to share it. I'd love to hear about your city, your town. What's something special about where you live, aside from you, because you're special about where you live. I want to hear about you. I really do. We've got folks like Dave. We've got folks like Rose. We've got folks like my co-admin Gail. They let us know what's going on in their lives quite often, and I want to hear about your life, my friends. I really do. You know, it doesn't have to be exciting to other folks, because hearing about somebody new can be exciting. Let's make the funniest city on the internet the friendliest city on the internet. Let's build a sense of community. Tell us about you, and we'll talk about you in our next video, my friends. You know, and I've got some funny posts. Speaking of funny people in this community that we have a community of funny people. I've got 3 great posts that I want to share today. And why these stick out? It's because they made me laugh. That's the only prereq when I'm deciding on what to feature in these videos. Just happen to see some stuff that made me laugh, that becomes the featured post. Now, if you have something that you think is particularly funny and you're about to share and you think it'd be a great featured post, why don't you try tagging me in it? Maybe that'll get me to share it. It'll be a good chance it'll become one of our featured posts. But let me shut up and show these featured posts. We're going to start off with, I'm going to tell you who our posts are from here because I'm just babbling. So we've got 3 great posts. We've got posts from, well, my friend Dave Knapp, who I've just shared a video from the Lucky Afternoon Band. We've got a post from Dave Knapp. I've got one from Patricia Dee, and I've got one from me. That's right, I'm being a little selfish. I'm sharing something that made me laugh that I shared to the group. So we're going to start off with Patricia Dee's post. Why? Because it's funny. Bringing it up right in front of my face so you can see it and not see me. Very simple joke. Very funny joke. Just made me laugh. And that's all it takes, as I said. Patricia, thank you. I think this is kind of cute. All right, you got that, folks? I hope you enjoyed it, because it sure did make me laugh. Now, the next one is from my buddy David Knapp. David Knapp, you heard the name just earlier in this video. And if you've been on this group or been a member of these groups for more than 10 minutes, you've probably seen his stuff on the post, because he posts a lot of funny stuff. Well, or in the feed, I should say. He posts a lot of funny stuff, and I have featured his post before. I've featured another one today. Bringing it up right now. Just bought a slow cooker. I think it's cute, I think it's simple, and I think it's funny. Simple and funny, I call myself. I don't call myself cute, of course, but... Alright, Dave, thanks. Once again, made me laugh. And the next one is from some jerk by the name of Lee. I mean, it's from me, sorry. Gotta bring it up. I hope you like it. I got this one actually from the Virginia Bigfoot Society's page. I'm not a member, it just popped up in my feed. It's like, why you gotta be so hurtful, Bigfoot? When I posted this, I tagged my good friend Aaron Goulburn in it, and because he's afraid of Bigfoot. Aaron, I hope you enjoyed that, Aaron. Hope everybody enjoyed it, and thank you to the Virginia Bigfoot Society for their post. Folks, I want to say thank you to everybody for your funny posts. Of course, I want to say thank you to Patricia Dee, Dave Knapp, and I'm not going to say thank you to myself because that's stupid, but I am going to say thank you to you. We have 830-some thousand members in this group, not because I'm here, because you're here, because you've made this an incredibly funny place, my friends. Thank you. And, you know, maybe we'll hit 1 million someday, and if we do, it's not because of me. Because of your funny stuff. Keep those posts coming in, folks. Keep this place funny. Keep us growing. You rock. Yeah, you know where we are? We're at that part of the video where I yell, "It's time for the bad jokes!" What kind of room has no doors? A mushroom. What weighs more, a gallon of water or a gallon of butane? A gallon of water. Because butane is a lighter fluid. Eye drops are technically blinker fluid. I can't say for certain that my wife is addicted to making pancakes, but the evidence certainly is stacking up. What do you call it when a hen stares at lettuce? A chicken sees her salad. Ha ha ha! Hope you like the jokes, my friends. I hope you like them every day. That part of the video is the hardest part to record, but it's the best part of the video to record because I hear more about it. I get more feedback on that. I get people that email once in a while and say, hey, these jokes made me laugh, or oh my gosh, that was a horrible joke. I love it either way because it means you're watching and people are maybe enjoying the jokes. The joke segment themselves also live on their own as a YouTube video and as an Instagram video. I post them. I post that as its own little segment every day. So if you're interested in just seeing those, why don't you go to? Well, I'll have a link in the comments where that YouTube my YouTube video is, and a link right to the playlist for both our daily videos, like what we're doing right now, and just the jokes. So if you just want to sit down and watch all those jokes, my gosh, it's got to be like torture. We have a playlist so you can watch from beginning to end. Now, the first ones are particularly rough, especially the audio. But they're there. Those bad jokes are there. And I've got people to thank for my bad jokes today. I absolutely do. You know, I've got to thank my beautiful, wonderful wife. She gave me 2 jokes. She gave me the one, what kind of room doesn't have any doors? Mushroom. Also the what weighs more, a gallon of water or a gallon of lighter fluid. And the next 3, actually, I got one from my buddy Manfred. I don't know if you remember sending me this one, but I got it from quite a while ago. It was, what do you call a hen looking at lettuce? You know, chicken Caesar salad. And then the next 2 I just found from, actually came from posts on the group. And I should have saved the names. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to steal your jokes. I never try to steal jokes. Sometimes it happens by accident. If you posted either of the memes, the one that says, you know, I can't say for certain if my wife is addicted to pancakes, but, you know, evidence is stacking up, and the eye drops are technically blinker fluid. Oh, sorry, that one I got from Wendy too. The eye drops are technically blinker fluid. I got that one this morning from Wendy. So there, I've got a couple of jokes from my buddy Manfred, jokes from Wendy, and one of them is from a post that you folks posted, and if you know whose that is, let me know. I want to tell your jokes too, my friends. I really do. Why don't you send a joke or 2 or more if you got them to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And if I use your joke or jokes, I'm going to give you credit. I try not to steal jokes, and I like the world to know where I got those jokes. Whether it's funny or whether they're looking for someone to blame, I want to give credit where credit is due. So send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And if you really want to blow people away, this is a little tougher, and not everybody's got this in them, and I totally respect that. But if you want to do something really cool, why don't you take a moment, record yourself telling a joke. It could be video or audio. You can use your phone, your webcam, whatever it might be. Heck, you could even send in a cassette of you saying a joke or jokes, and I'll use it. Or if I do use it, at least, I'm going to give you credit. And of course, you know, if it's you telling the jokes, it's going to be you telling the jokes on the video. That's right. It won't be me telling your jokes. It'll be you telling your jokes. So if that's something that you think you can do and want to do, send that to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com also. And maybe one of these days you're going to press play on this video. It's going to get to the joke segment. I'm going to introduce the jokes, and then the next 5 things you see are 5 different people telling 5 different jokes. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome, wouldn't it? It would be. Let's do it, my friends. Come on, let's make that happen. Okay, you know, I've got a commercial to play here. I'm going to play that commercial. It's not great, but I really do hope you check out our store. Please stay with us through the commercial. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about you.
Want to help us out and look good at the same time? Head over to store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com where we've got t-shirts, hoodies, 3/4 sleeve rock shirts. We got coffee cups. We've got to-go cups. We've got stickers. Check it out today, folks. That's store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com.
Thanks for sitting through that. Any purchase goes a long way in helping us out, and they really are great products. People ask about that graphic. You know, they see that on a shirt. People want to know about it, and when they do really want to know about it, you get them to scan that little QR code that's in the corner. That's on the shirt too, and the jersey and all that. And people join the group. It's pretty amazing. If you do buy our products and you get anyone to scan that QR code, let me know. I think that'd be awesome. All right, but enough about that. We've talked about the store. I said we're going to talk about you. We are going to talk about you. Wow, you are incredible. You have taken a little group, just shared a few memes here once in a while, and you've created through your own input. You've made that. You've created the funniest city on the internet, the funniest group on the internet, the best group on the internet, and it's only because of your contributions. Sure, I put the framework in place, but that means nothing if there's no content, right? We are a cornucopia of funny. We are a cornucopia of memes. We are a place where hundreds of thousands of people go every single day just to get their funny, and it's only because of you, my friend. So thank you. And once again, I repeat myself so often, but some things I love saying. Thank you for making us, and say it with me if you're into that, the funniest city on the internet, population us. Cheers. Cheers. You rock, and we rock because of it. Folks, you'll see a new video on Wednesday. Hopefully it's a good one. But I'm here every single day. I'm here all day long, making sure that the group is functioning properly, getting rid of the garbage, keeping in the good, making sure it stays funny. So you're going to see me on Wednesday in one of these videos. Well, hopefully. I can't assume that you're going to be here, but I would love it if you were. I'd love if you would, if you comment on today's video, let me know a little bit about your life, maybe send a joke or two. Come on, folks. We need some input, or we'd love some input. But anyways, we'll see you again on Wednesday. All the love, my friends.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.